Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they playing. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they playing. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the after party. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be hanging out anywhere, but you're hanging out with me, and I really do appreciate it. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon, and it'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream, guys. Let people know we live. You catching the replay? Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. Question of the night is, how many more PSYOPs you think we're going to get? How many more events you think we're going to get before inauguration? That's my question. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. 2025 got off to one hell of a start, didn't it? Season 4 of America is lit. I told you guys. Goodness gracious. Great Balls of Fire, boy. We got MK Ultra in full effect. Treadstone is in full effect. Man, for those of you who've been under a rock, not paying attention, you know, head in the dirt. We all woke up on the 1st of January to find out that there was a massacre on Bourbon Street, man. A massacre on Bourbon Street as a guy took a Ford F-150 Lightning, which is interesting because he had an F-150 Lightning and the guy in Vegas had a Tesla. So we got two electric trucks. Two electric trucks involved. But anyway, I digress. Guy takes a Ford F-150 Lightning and just runs it as fast as he can into a shit ton of people. 15 dead from my last count. 30 injured. Sad. Just sad. Just sad. His name is Chinsood Al-Jabbar. How on the nose is that? You would think that he came from Afghanistan or he ran across the border. No, he was an American citizen. Apparently, he was in the military.
Raised.
Say it again.
Yeah. I said, oh yeah, U.S. raised.
Yeah, U.S. raised American citizen. 10 years in the military. Born and raised in Texas.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
42.
Age 42. Age 42.
Yeah, that's 42.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my man. Age 42. After he stopped, I guess he ran into a scissor lift. He got out, tried to open fire on the police with a .308. I think he hit 2 police officers, and then he was eventually taken out. Fast forward, Las Vegas, Trump Tower, Cybertruck, I guess for lack of a better term, explodes. So this guy, former military, just like this other guy, but from Colorado. Blows up or detonates ordnance inside of a Tesla, we'll say. Crazy part is that he was inside the truck when the ordnance detonated. They said they found a bunch of fireworks, jet fuel, tannerite, and some other things that help things go boom. But this is what I find interesting, Jay. This is what I find really interesting. Not only did him and the guy from New Orleans, Chinsood, I don't know how you say his name, come from, both were Army vets.
Yeah.
They both came from they both were stationed at Fort Bragg at the same damn time.
You know what happened at Fort Bragg, though, right?
You got to tell me, because apparently Ryan Ruth.
The men who stare at goats.
Oh,
that was the Fort Bragg operation.
Is that really?
Right?
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was where they put the Men Who Stare at Goats operation that they later made the movie of. They used to try to test people's mind and mental skills, and they take them into the back rooms and have them stare at goats and see if they can get into these soldiers' heads. That was an operation straight out of Fort Bragg. That was out of Fort Bragg.
So now we know Fort Bragg doing psyops and mental
allegedly
since
1973.
Since 1973. But this is what I find interesting about let's say both of them. This guy seemed to have been a realtor. He made one video on a YouTube channel. The thing I find interesting about his one video, let me see if I can't find it. I feel like I saved it. The thing I find interesting about the one video, Jay, is he was making a video about his, being a realtor, but for some reason he was going out of his way to tell people his fucking life story, I guess, for lack of a better term. Going out of his way to tell people his life story. I found that very, very interesting. I did save it. I thought I did. Here we go. So let's check this out, guys. Why don't you show what I'm seeing?
Good evening. I'm Shamsuddin Jabbar.
Hey, Jay, you off the camera on purpose or you don't? I can't see.
No, I don't have my camera set up.
All right,
I'm off.
All right, no problem. All right, here we go. Check this out.
Good evening. I'm Shamsuddin Jabbar, property manager with Blue Metal Properties and team lead at the Midas Group at Core Realty.
All right, so he said his name was Shamsuddin. That's how you pronounce his name, Shamsuddin. All right.
Good evening. I'm Shamsuddin Jabbar, property manager with Blue Metal Properties and team lead at the Midas Group at Core Realty. I just want to say hello and let you know a little bit about me. So I'm born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and now live in Houston. And I've been here all my life. With the exception of traveling for the military, where I spent 10 years as a human resources specialist and IT specialist, where I learned the meaning of great service and what it means to be responsive and take everything seriously, dotting I's and crossing T's to make sure that things go off without a hitch. So I've taken those skills and applied them to my career as a real estate agent, where I feel like what really sets me apart from other agents is my ability to be able to, one, be a fierce negotiator. So not only do I brilliantly market your property to make sure it gets sold as quickly as possible or gets leased as quickly as possible, but I'm also going to take every ounce of energy and putting it into negotiating for you and for your property to get the best deal that you can possibly get for it. So once we get to the closing table, all the I's are going to be dotted, all the T's are going to be crossed, everything's going to go off without a hitch, and that is my...
AJ. So as we're watching this video, right, man, I'm sorry, I meant to share this, but I keep forgetting.
No, you're good. I heard it before.
Okay. So, anybody talk? He apparently, it looks, well, he has a wedding band on, so it seems that he is or was married. Did anybody talk to this man's wife or ex-wife or whatever you want to call her?
The media reports said that he got a divorce and he was trying to beg her to not make his bills so high. And that he has 2 daughters, I believe, with her. And they said that things started falling apart for him because the divorce. That's where their story leads.
Interesting. Jonah says, let me get rid of this one. Hold on. Jonah says, why is this doing this? Sorry about this, guys. Jonah said, is it still up on YouTube? And if so, when was it posted? This wasn't YouTube. This is on Twitter. I got it from. I got this from Twitter.
Yeah, I believe he made the video in 2020 for his realty position that he was building.
Okay.
And I think that he had several different properties he was working on in, I think, both California and Texas from the early reports. I know those things can later change, but that's what they were stating early on.
Got you. Now he seemingly seems like, a normal guy, right? He's a real estate agent. He's, out here selling himself right here. Pause. This was in 2020. I guess this was during the height of COVID. Maybe, actually no, because even during the height of COVID, I mean, I can't say that the housing market didn't start getting bad until like probably 2 years later. The housing market was still jumping, so I'm not going to say that it fell through, but this was the only video he put up. his real estate license apparently went by the wayside, or he let it expire in 2023. Right now, this is the crazy part. Let's jump to the car, right, Jay? We're gonna jump to the car. So he was driving a Ford Lightning. Now, if you guys know about these electric vehicles, Ford Lightning is a Ford F-150. It's a big fucking car. It's a big car. Not to mention, because it's an electric car, it's heavy. It's heavy. The electric Ford F-150 is probably weighs just as much as the F-350 or the F-450. That's how heavy it is. So imagine that thing moving. I don't know. Let's just say he was able to get up to 50 or 60 miles, and I would say 50 miles an hour coming through that barricade. I mean, that's a lot of mass hitting those people, just mangling them up, man. It takes you gotta have a screw loose, or something's got to be wrong with you, right? Wouldn't you agree, Jay? Something's got to be wrong with you. Yeah, I mean, to do something like this, you got to be disassociated, in my opinion, from reality to pull some shit like that off. So this is where we start to talk about this Fort Bragg thing, because apparently Ryan Ralph, however you pronounce him, the guy that was in the bushes at Trump Golf Resort, allegedly about to shoot Trump. Apparently, he made several visits to Fort Bragg over the years, which I'm wondering what was up with that. Like, I always thought that he was an agent, right? I always thought he was an agent. I didn't think he was somebody that was, out there really doing. I think he was an actual agent out there recruiting people like this guy here, Shamsuddin, right? And like you just said, I didn't know they had the men who stare at goat situation going on out there in Fort Bragg. That's even more interesting, because now we know that. Fort Bragg must be the PSYOPs division of the United States military. Fast forward to Texas. To Vegas. Do you have that guy's name, Jay?
Which one?
Vegas.
Oh, it's hard to pronounce. I don't want to mispronounce it. It's a Leave-Burger or something like that.
Yeah, Michael something.
Level Burger, Level Veer, or something like that.
Was it Michael or Matthew?
I don't even know the first name. I'm not sure.
Let me see.
His story was that his wife was posting memes on social media that were anti-Trump, and they said he was trying to send a message.
Interesting.
Well, that's the media's take on it. They said he was trying to send a message. They both rented their vehicles from Toro, right?
Yeah, I got his name.
And he was also found, I guess, with devices and also weaponry in the vehicle that they pulled from the wreckage, but he was using gas and kerosene on it. Right. But he also had a shot to the head as well.
See, that's what I wanted to bring up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know if man was still alive when that vehicle pulled up. That could have been remote driven.
I'm just saying, drive by wire. Listen, that's what I wanted to get to. So his name is Matt. I can't pronounce his last name. Matt Levelsberger. I'm gonna just say Levelsberger, like Levelsberger. Listen, y'all. Shit don't add up. Right? Shit don't add up with this, Jay. So with this guy, they said this was in the live press conference, guys. This was in the live press conference today from the police. They said that prior to the explosives going off, he had a gunshot wound to the head. Prior to the explosives going off, he had a gunshot wound to the head. Now, this is where it gets interesting. They identified him from a passport and a driver's license photo that they found at the scene. But his body was burned beyond recognition. This sounds like some Muhammad Atta shit, Jay. Where you got the truck, the explosives blew up in the truck. His body is burnt beyond recognition. And the way you identify him is by a passport photo and a driver's license that barely had a scratch on it. Somebody got to make this shit make sense to me, Jay. By the way, Mike has bad knees. We appreciate you over here. The $20, man. Shout out. And what a start to 2025. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What you make of that, Jay?
It's them coincidences running amok, as always.
Coincidences running amok. Oh my goodness gracious, boy. So check this out. This is from Hotspot. And I've seen this in other places, right? It says Matt Liebelsberger seen wearing a Slava Ukraini shirt in this photo served at Fort Bragg, the same military base that anti-Trump fanatic and Ukraine military recruiter Ryan Ruth visited over 100 times before attempting to assassinate Donald Trump. Interesting. He does have it on though, Jay. It looks like a Ukrainian what's it called? Azov battalion shirt to me. That's interesting. That's very interesting. My question is, Jay, do you think this guy, first off, do you think that the person that was in that Tesla truck is the guy that they telling us it is?
You know, it's above my pay grade, but how in the world would we even know? You know,
exactly.
Like, is nobody on any of these scenes, and the speculation that the news media, the reports, and everything that they put out, it is really just that. It's the same thing that anyone else can do, is speculate, because none of us are there to identify any of these things for ourselves or see any of these things. We just hearing what we're told and going off of that. We don't know if this was a setup, or if this was like a distraction, a diversion from some other event taking place somewhere else in the world, or if this was put together by who knows who, you know, someone else. So we wouldn't know, and we don't know.
Right. Now this could be a 1-2 punch. You know what I mean? We could have New Orleans, we could have Vegas, and maybe, I don't know. Well, I can't say maybe, because didn't something happen in New York yesterday?
What was it called? Asmanza Queens nightclub event went down, and there was also a guy on a subway that was attacking people.
Right.
But they said that all those different events are all just isolated lone wolf incidents.
Lone
right?
wolf. Nobody's helping them. Now, as far as these guys, right? Apparently, the Ford Lightning, I think it was purchased the day before. Shamsuddin rented it. It was purchased the day before and put on Turo the day before he rented it, which is very interesting. I'm wondering if this Tesla was the same way. And Turo is what? Turo's not like fucking Enterprise Rent-A-Car, right? If I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Turo's not like Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Turo is like you own the car, right? You own the car. So like my Genesis or I don't know, my Dodge, right? I decide to rent it out on Turo. That's me renting my car out on Turo, right? That's a ride share or whatever you want to call it. That's not like a company doing it. That's an individual who's renting their car out, right? Yeah, thanks, Rashu. Rashu says the Airbnb or car rentals. All right, cool. So, okay, great. So, I finally got my kick working too. I finally got the kick stream working. Hold on, let me see something real quick. I thought I did at least. Hold on. Bear with me, guys.
That Kick platform is it's going really well. It runs smooth. It has a lot of little options on it that I see.
Yeah.
I like going by the Kick. I wonder if Kick is gonna continue to grow.
Oh, there we go. Here go all the Kick stuff. I see it all down here now. This is a catch up. All right, cool. All right.
Oh,
Emmanuel says he
you
uses
definitely
Turo a
the
lot.
opposite. Talking about I use Turo a lot.
Emmanuel says he uses Turo a lot.
Is it Emmanuel in Virginia or one of them spots too? DC, all them areas.
EP Bento used to sound a little Clinton-ish. Yeah, JL Bell says there was a shooting in Azamora. Okay.
Yeah. Salute to JR Bell.
How did he get approved that quick to put their car on tour? Exactly. See, that's the thing I'm worrying about.
Oh, is there a wait list? Or you can't just pop it in and you can't purchase and then throw it on there in a second?
I'm assuming you got to go through some background checks. You got to do some shit to do it. I can't see you just being able to do that shit right away. I think they got a point on that. Mike said it was actually his military ID. But still, like, he was burnt to a crisp, but none of his his identification records were. This is what I think. I don't think he just pulled up the Trump Tower, sat out front with a bottle of whiskey, and put a Desert Eagle 50 cal to his head, because that's the type of gun they said he had. A Desert Eagle 50 cal to his head and pulled the trigger, right? Because who's going to, and because, like, if that's the case, who sets that off? Who sets that off? Assuming that you got somebody, you in there with a lighter.
I thought they claimed in the news reports that I was looking at, I thought that they claimed that it was set to a timing detonator. That's what I read on the thing, and I was like, okay.
Right. So now they said he was a Green Beret allegedly. He was Special Forces. So maybe he has the wherewithal to put something like that together and make that happen. However, I'm willing to bet that he wasn't alive in that car before that bomb went off, Jay.
He just pulled up like the drone or like those little RC car vehicles. You just drive it up to the little spot on remote control.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, you can do it. You can. Teslas drive themselves. We know that Tesla's coming out with the technology to do the, I'm not saying Elon's a part of it, but what I'm saying is Tesla, like, they got the Tesla taxis, right? Where you just get in and it goes to a destination.
Is there any ruling it out, though? I don't think there is with the man that rich and that connected. I don't know.
Hey, it may be. I don't know.
Listen, the same way that Zuck and the same way that he now has access to so many people's information, their messages, their private messages, all at his fingertips. There's no telling what kind of information that these guys could have for future blackmailing or anything.
That's true.
In those DMs. Hey. In those DMs is a treasure trove of information that Elon is sitting on, and he can look at everybody's, right? So that you know what he's found in those files, where he could use certain people to do certain things if he wanted to. If he wanted to be Lex Luthor out here.
Yeah. Elon, Jonas said Elon is just a patsy. Adam says batteries catch fire. Them batteries didn't catch fire. Something caught fire. Wasn't them damn batteries. Because like I was saying earlier today on my stream, like, lithium batteries ain't going to just blow the fuck up. They're going to smolder. They're going to smoke. Then it's going to start a fire. Then eventually probably get a boom. You know what I mean? But not just off the rip like that. That was something. That was an improvised explosive that came from the bed of the truck, in my opinion. I think it came from the bed of the truck. Must initiate a self-destruct is what Doe says. I don't know. It's just really interesting, guys. It's very interesting, especially, the fact that this guy and Ryan Ruth, which is the guy that tried to shoot Trump at Trump golf course, and the guy from the Bourbon Street Massacre, Shen Sidine, all had some dealings with Fort Bragg.
But they said that he pulled up to the spot with like a full arsenal, right?
Yeah.
That makes me think that he was pulling up there to meet someone meet someone, or like you don't need like, what did he supposedly have? 5 different
I mean,
AR types or something like
yeah,
that.
but
We'll
you
have to
know
go
that if
through
you're
the.
just going to take your life and blow some shit up.
One man doesn't need, like a dozen different rifles to work with.
Right.
And yet he had a full arsenal when he pulled up. So he destroyed his full arsenal at the same time.
All right. What was the point even having it?
What was the point, right? So it seems like maybe for all we know, that guy could have been a hero in this scenario. They could have been telling him, "Hey, go pull up and do this and that." And we got, we don't know what the whole full story is. We probably won't find out for a couple years.
All right, play it. Let's look at this real quick. What happened? Hold on. Let's do this. Okay. So check it out, Jay, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? When is this? This is okay, so January 1st, 2025. This is 8:39 in the morning. All right, play it.
Copy.
All right. My question: who's in this white Ford Lightning? I'm not saying it's Shamsuddin because he would have been did his thing already. But so you got another Ford Lightning. You got a Ford Lightning in the front, a Ford F-150 in the front. That door opens and then boom. All right, play it.
Copy.
So, I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know. I found that a coincidence. For one, if you watch it, it looks like the explosion comes from the bed of the truck. So it's like everything was in the bed of the truck, which it's a possibility.
Is there a guy standing outside too?
That's what I. Hold on. You're not talking about from the truck.
Is there a guy standing outside near the
Oh,
truck?
it was a guy coming out the door. You talking about outside the truck?
Near where the door is. I'm saying the door. Is that guy coming out?
Yeah, it's a guy coming out of the door. You got a guy standing over here in the far left corner, at probably like the valet desk. And then you got a guy at the valet desk guy coming out. Yeah, you got somebody coming out right here to your right, coming out the door. You got this Ford Lightning in front of it, with the door open. And then you got somebody over here, look like it's at the valet desk.
Copy.
Interesting. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, there's a guy behind the truck. The news pointed out the truck saved him. Man, listen. I don't know what's going on, guys. Now you got some people, you got the right side, the right wing talking about we gotta close the border. And I'm like, I'm with you, but at the same time, these two guys that allegedly did this, these two lone wolves, they're Americans. They didn't sneak over here from south of the border.
That's right. They might have been staring at some goats, but they didn't sneak over here.
They might have been
America.
staring at some goats. They might have been. They went through. They didn't had their mind fractured.
Maybe so. They
had their mind fractured.
His neither one of these characters' actions make any kind of sense whatsoever.
It makes none. It makes no
zero sense.
It makes no sense. And when you hear from people that knew who they were, they was like, "Yo, that wasn't them." You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you this, guys. This ain't gonna be the last. I think this is just the start of it. brace yourselves, guys, because it's going to get a lot weirder. That's all I can say. Brace yourselves, man. It's going to get a lot weirder. Matter of fact, here we go from Mr. Guns and Gear. More info on the movement of MSG Matthew, whatever, prior to arrival at Trump Hotel and Casino. Quote, he loved Trump and he was always very, very patriotic soldier, a patriotic American. It's one of the reasons he was in special forces for so many years. It wasn't just one tour of duty. He added that the amateurish construction of the explosive device in the Cybertruck was curious to him, as he knew Matthew to be a very skilled warrior who would have been able to make more sophisticated explosives. That's Matt's uncle.
Yeah, he could be capping, but you don't know. It's family.
Yeah. I mean, but you don't gloat about it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, Matt could have did something better than that. You know.
You know what I'm saying?
I think Matt got and he got put in there, and you know, boom, or Matt's still out there and they just said it was him.
Oh no.
I'm just saying.
They got him on a different
recognition,
somewhere
man.
else.
They might. He
Man,
he might be on a clandestine. He might be on a clandestine mission.
He was his name, Matt Bourne out here in these streets.
He might be Matt Bourne out here in the street.
He Agent 47 now. Shaved his head bald, got a little tattoo on the back of his head. He's Agent 47.
Mike said he could have made a nuke using 3 bars of soap. He's MacGyver out this mother.
It could have made a nuke. That's right.
He MacGyver. You know,
MacGyver out here.
Yeah, but like I said, guys, it's going to get a lot weirder. It's going to get a lot weirder.
It's sad the dude is dead, but I'm just confused as to what in the world any of this was supposed to represent.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
Like, I'm not laughing at the tragedies at all. I feel miserable for the people in Bourbon Street and everyone else that was attacked at all these other spots too.
Right.
But there's nothing. What people in the mainstream don't understand is they always put it past the powers to be to have different game plans in place to do different things. They see these things and they just think, like what the media is saying, lone wolf, coincidences. They hear that rhetoric and they buy into it. Or when you see the woke right talking about this is all the fault of DEI hires.
Yeah.
If only we didn't have nose-ringed people and blue-haired weirdos, this would have never happened. But when we got Operation Stare at Goats going on behind closed doors, and when we got the Tuskegee Airmen and the syphilis operation, when we got Gladio and all these hundreds and hundreds of other operations historically that have taken place, and yet the American public continues to bury their head in the sand, you really got to question what's going down. You got to look at it from a 30,000 feet perspective.
Check this out. This is interesting. Is this what you sent me, Jay? Jay Lenz? Yeah. Is that what you tagged me in right here? Cybertruck suicide bomber attacks a former girlfriend after he rented the vehicle days before explosion. It matches my Kobe 2 shoes I had when I was little. It's been wild. So much learning and fun. I rented a Tesla Cybertruck. It's the shit. I'm building drones in my new position. You would love it. Interesting. Very interesting. I feel like Batman or Halo. He sounds a little nerdy. It seems like a regular normal text message. I don't know, Jay. This is what I'm gonna tell you guys. Keep your head on the swivel. If you got a kit, Keep a kid on you. Keep a kid in the trunk. Stay kitted up. Because you never know when you might need to take action to save your own life or the life of somebody else, because shit is wild out here. Shit is wild out here. Now, clearly, the Trump Tower, in my opinion, the Trump Tower situation was to send a message. It wasn't intended to hurt anybody. It was intended to send a message. and then the Bourbon Street thing was to inflict as much chaos onto America as possible. And I think something else is coming, Jay. I think something else is coming. I don't know. I think something big is coming. I hope not. I really hope not. But it just, you know, I don't know if we add what happened in New York to this list. But you know, things happen in threes, man. So I don't know. All I'm gonna say is this, guys: keep your head on the swivel. Stay out of crowded locations for right now. I'm not saying don't go have no fun or whatever, but if you can help it, just keep your distance from like, I don't know, big crowds or big events. You know, I know I'm over here kind of sort of being hypocritical because I said I'm going down to the inauguration anyway, but you know, just stay frosty, guys. Stay frosty, because we told you that these events are going to start getting more frequent as we get toward inauguration, and it looks like we unfortunately might be accurate about this. Justin Eisenhart, I appreciate you for the $5, man. I appreciate it. Innocent peoples died with too many connections and coincidences. Message and op. Yeah. It's a message and it's an op, straight up. Now, I had saved this one. Let me see where it is. Excuse me. Where the hell? There we go. Now, this is this interview I told you guys to watch a couple of weeks ago. Now, like I said, I think Sean Ryan is still in the CIA. Period. Full stop. I think he's still in the CIA. This lady is clearly still in the CIA. And I think this is them telegraphing their punch. I don't think she's a whistleblower. I don't think she's out here trying to warn people per se, but I think they have to tell you what's going on before they do it. So listen to what she said.
We have not had a man walk up to a building with a suicide vest on in the United States. Americans don't understand this. Al-Qaeda knows this, right? So this is new and innovative, especially now. You don't have to walk upside of the building. You can walk in the building because of the advancement of the vest. The other thing is, in the United States, we haven't had Fideian attackers. So the concept is the terrorist fights to the death. So he's not exactly a suicide bomber, but he will fight till either all of us are dead or all of his people are dead. We think it's going to be a swarming attack, right? Multiple different attacks at one time across multiple cities. We think there will be suicide bombings just because some of the attackers went through suicide bomber training and they have these vests. And then we think there's these Fideian attackers who will carry on until they're killed.
You just rephrase that. So these guys are trained and they are going to fight until they're killed.
Yes, and that matters, right? So I was watching this video and it was a suicide bombing in Kabul years ago. The bomber blew up and then everyone starts moving in. The first responders move in, right? And then another guy walks in and blows up. We know this is a tactic. But if Americans don't understand this as a tactic and don't understand these attackers are going to fight to the death, think about that. Battle's going on. The attacker surrenders. He might have the suicide vest. You know, we let our guard down. That man came to die, right? He's going to fight till he dies or you dies. So we can't let our guards down, and they know our weakness. So we have to be very careful that we don't have more people die in these second and third order effects of not knowing their intent.
So, Jay, I'm wondering if this next attack is going to be a vest. You know, somebody going to clack off a vest in the middle of something.
I don't know. But one thing, the vehicle has been started to be used a lot more. Yeah. You know, as the weapon of choice lately. And I don't know if they're going to say we need legislation against vehicles now, are they? Are they going to say your wheels are too big, your bumper is too high? You know what I'm saying? Like they do with the weapons. So yeah, it's something that I think that they might be trying to push for.
Bro. Guys, keep your head on the swivel. Keep your head on the swivel. Stay frosty out here, because you never know when this shit might be in your backyard. One of the homies said that 2 kids that his kid was cool with was killed on Bourbon Street on the 1st in the incident, which is wild because he said it hit home to him because those kids were supposed to come to his house to hang out that day. So, I mean, like I said, guys, they don't care about you or me. They all they care about is getting their agenda passed. That's all they care about. I mean, the New Orleans attack is too on the nose. Shamsuddin Al-Jabbar was his name. Flying an ISIS flag. How on the nose can you get? Then you got a guy allegedly detonating an improvised explosive outside of Trump Tower, killing himself in the process. Allegedly self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Body burnt beyond recognition, but somehow his identification wasn't. It's almost like it was made to be found, Jay. Now, we got something to happen. I got to research more about what happened in New York. Maybe New York is just a smoke screen, and then something else major is going to happen, guys. Now that I think about it, maybe my ass shouldn't go to the inauguration. Maybe I shouldn't go down there, But who knows what's coming? Black Falcon says, do you think they'll try bird flu mandatory vacations? I don't know, because now they're trying to say that cows are being affected by the bird flu, Jay. Now they're saying cows are being affected.
You notice they can only, that was crazy though, and people don't catch on to this.
Yes.
Is that they can only work on one crisis at a time. They can't just activate every little crisis at once, because these are all events that they have to plan, they have to coordinate, they have to get off the ground. Yeah. So when we have these different events, like it's like their little studio department that comes up with these is over there sitting there like, okay, this week we got the Yamin. Next week we got what I'm saying, the FF going down. So it's one operation at a time, and the American people they're so laissez-faire with everything. They just sit back and relax and look at it like it's not one big op. They can't see that it's like it. We don't have like 20 different crises taking place at 1 second, because the machine isn't able to knock out that many at once. We got multiple different incidences taking place, but they're all this on the same basis, and it was like that whenever they pulled off that day in September as well.
Yeah, apparently they already got a vacation already locked and loaded and ready for it.
Right.
Remember it was a couple years ago, Jay, we was talking about it, where they were burning down all those chicken farms. They were calling all them chickens.
It's the 6 million chickens that they killed.
Yeah, because of the so-called bird, because of the alleged bird flu. Justin Eisenhower with another $1.99. I appreciate you. Alex Voldemort said a white flag on a minority. Woo-wee. That would set everybody off. I mean, we haven't had one yet. I mean, we haven't had one of note yet. Bit. Not to mention, Chauvin's appeal is coming up.
Yeah, but we got Donnie T coming back in, so it might be right on time for it.
Might be right on time
Last year, wait a second, it was 1,200 U.S. civilians were killed by police. 1,200. Then last year, it was a higher number than usual.
Yeah. Yeah. But something major is going to happen, man. Wouldn't be surprised if like some celebrity gets got or something.
Well, some of those celebrities be getting pushed off the mountains doing the ketamine.
Yeah.
We saw that in 2024. The ketamine people in the mountain, and people falling off mountains or falling off balconies.
Boy. But they were saying, I think they said something like 91% of cows are affected by the bird flu now or some shit. I'm like, how? So, like I said, bird flu didn't gain the function. The bird flu has gained a function. Because all it could affect was birds and only birds, and it was only affecting a live bird. If you cook the bird, then it didn't matter. Now, all of a sudden, now it not only is affecting birds, humans can. Remember that? Because it went from only affecting birds to now, then it was like, oh, we got our first human case. Now humans can catch it. And that scared everybody to death. Now bovine is getting it.
Now, before that was the monkey thing. The monkey thing was popping for that.
Oh, yeah. It's right.
Monkey paw or whatever they called it.
Monkeypox. And then the monkeys escaping from the labs and shit. And,
yeah, they followed out the trucks.
I still think monkeypox is just AIDS.
No way.
I'm just saying. Like the symptoms of it, ain't it the same? The symptoms of monkeypox is the same. But it's crazy, right? Because they wanted to get rid of cows with the Green New Deal, and now watch what happens. They're gonna say all these cows got the bird flu, and we gotta call the cows. We about to have a food shortage, people. We about to have a food shortage, and they're gonna be selling you 3D printed meat. What happened to the monkeys from South Carolina? Shit, what happened to the monkeys from Pennsylvania? What happened to the monkeys that escaped from Pennsylvania? If the bird flu can spread to bovines, send it to India and let them sacred cows start coughing on Patel. Oh, Lord have mercy, Jonah. Rashi said they pulling off all the stops, Jay. They definitely are, guys. So like I said, guys, y'all hear me say it all the time. Be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss. Get your food stores, get your first aid, get you something to protect your neck, get you some water. Just have provisions to hold you over for like at least a month, guys. I don't know what's happening. Maybe the next attack isn't a mass casualty attack. Maybe it's a cyber attack. We know that China hacked something like a couple of days ago. You know what I mean? Something's going to happen, guys. I just want you guys to be prepared. Be prepared. Manuel said he's going to release the T virus. I hope not. I don't want no parts of no Resident Evil zombies. I need the slow ones. Umbrella killed less people than the Democratic Party. Y'all is crazy. You may need to do a kit video, fam. Load out. I would show y'all right now. I got my kit. I will show y'all my kit right now. Matter of fact, I'll show you the kit before we gonna watch the Manchurian Candidate tonight. It's movie night, guys. We told you that earlier today. It's movie night. I got my kit actually outside the door. It's movie night. We doing the Manchurian Candidate. I feel like it's proper to watch that, Jay. What you think?
Yeah, you go for it.
So we gonna watch the Manchurian Candidate, guys. I got it all queued up, but this is a Kick only exclusive. A Kick only exclusive. So if you're over on Rumble, if you're over on YouTube, go ahead and I'm gonna put the link in the chat. 1 second. Hold on. Goodness gracious. There we go. There you go. The link. What in the world just happened? There we go. All right. There we go. I like the premise of Unthinkable, Scotty. I do like the premise of Unthinkable, but for this one I'm gonna do the Manchurian Candidate. I feel like this is I don't know. I feel like this is more proper. You got the Unthinkable thing with the terrorists, and got Samuel Jackson and them, Carrie Ann Moss in it. I think that I don't know. For some reason, I think Manchurian Candidate might be a little more spot on. Did
you check out that new Netflix movie called Carry On?
Yeah, I did, and I liked it.
All right. Yeah, man. It had similar messaging about the big industrial complex companies, vying for different weaponry and blaming it on the Russians and stuff like that. That was pretty solid.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to do the year-end review just yet. What'd you think about Homestead?
Homestead, I liked Homestead. I liked the series. I watched the first episode.
Oh, you started watching the series?
Yeah. Watched the first episode of the series. I thought it was a pretty good movie, great message. At times, I thought it was a little over the top as far as like some of the acting and the premise of it, but all in all, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, that middle part.
Yeah,
I didn't really care for them. Like them two jokers that were out in the woods, just randomly.
That was just dumb. I was like,
that was just like, man, they just stupid. They just caught up in the they're not listening, and that part dragged on so long. I was like, man, two dummies out in the woods, but you got the end of the United States going on, and you're worried about these two jokers.
Right, it is out in the woods, just being out in the woods, ridiculous.
Man, so last thing, if I'm trying to feed my family and stay alive, those two clowns would be the last thing I would be thinking about. I'm like, prayers up for y'all dumb homies, but I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Yep.
Y'all shouldn't have been over there when I told y'all to move out the way. Y'all want to sit here and act like there's not a apocalypse going on.
Right, huh? What's that? What was that?
What's that flashing light? I guess I'll wave my gun at it and see.
Right.
Oh. Homestead is 3 moonfalls.
Get out of here, man.
Homestead is 3 moonfalls.
Wait till the aliens come, Emmanuel, okay? Wait till the aliens come from Moonbase Alpha. You're going to be second guessing that.
For those of you that don't know, Homestead is a new movie that came out, and it was about this. Well, part of it's also about an EMP, I guess, that takes out the East Coast.
Yeah. And
then a nuclear device takes out the West Coast. These two Filipino fishermen that are, I think, that are put into position by China, take out the West Coast. And this family moves to this Yellowstone style ranch. It even have one of the Yellowstone actors.
Yeah. And
they all suit up and boot up, and they start taking potassium pills in that movie too, which I like that part. I like the beginning where they were like, okay, the end time scenario has gone down. This is real.
Right.
Let's pop our potassium pills.
Yeah.
Let's get down to the ranch.
Yep.
We're all suited and booted and ready to go.
Yep.
I like that part. That part was like, this is the preppers.
Because they ain't waste no time getting into it.
Yeah. But then the middle kind of muddled around with the love story and the two dummies that were hanging out in the hanging out randomly in their vicinity of the ranch, acting like they don't know whether they're coming or going.
Yeah, it was dumb.
But the end put it back together again. It was decent.
And they left it open for the show. So that's on Angel Guild or something like that. But so like I said, guys, I just put it one more time in the chat. Boom. Kick.com/Candidate Hotep. We going over there to watch the Manchurian Candidate, guys. Head on over there and watch it with us. And I'm gonna show you guys what my kit looks like. What I carry with me, just in case some shit go down. Yeah, you got anything else, Jay?
Nah, that's it. Stay easy, be safe, y'all.
All right, appreciate you, bro.
All right.
That was Jay Pylon. Salute to Jay. Anyway, guys, we about to head over to Kick Footy exclusive. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon, and to let you know when I got new content coming out. Share this stream, guys. Let people know we live. You catching the replay? Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. Anyway, until next time, it's Candidate Hotep saying, be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about the day. We headed over to Kick. Hit the link. I'll let you.
Don't relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take